Before I go any further, in case you don't know what Akadama is, maybe we should take a quick look at it. So that's what it is. It's a clay product, and I think it comes in various sizes. I only get this size. I believe it's called medium. I always get it from Rennie's Haworthia. I'm not affiliated with Rennie at all. Maybe I should be because I'm constantly recommending her Akadama. But that's all I've ever used. It's all that I know. So any information I have on it's based on my experience with this product. So I primarily grow Haworthia. That's the bulk of my succulent collection. And I mostly grow them in Akadama. So I get a lot of questions about the Akadama. And one that comes up quite frequently is, does Akadama go bad? I heard Akadama goes bad. I heard it disintegrates. It's just that question comes up a lot about the integrity of the Akadama, how well it holds up, so on and so forth. Now, my simple answer for that is all growing mediums over time go bad. They're all going to need repotted. You're going to have to transplant to a different size pot, renew the growing medium. You know, whatever the situation is with your growing medium, at some point, you're going to need to renew it. So, in that sense, all growing mediums go bad. But it comes up a lot with Akadama. I don't know if it's talked about in certain communities more, like maybe bonsai people talk about it more because it's used in bonsai culture as well. So I'm not sure where this, what I call myth, comes from, but I hear it all the time. I hear it goes bad, it's so expensive, I don't want to pay all that money if it just goes bad. And in my situation, I mean, that's not the case. It doesn't go bad more than any other growing medium that I use. I have plants that have been in the same Akadama for like 6 or 7 years. Now, that's not to say that that Akadama is pristine and looking amazing. It's decomposing, it's brittle, it's super old, it needs transplanted. I haven't done it. It's not top on my priority list. Would those plants look better in a new batch of Akadama? Absolutely. But like I said, it's just not something I've done. So I have plants that, like I said, it's just like 6 or 7 years in the same Akadama in the same pot. So here's one, and it's been in the same pot, the same Akadama for, man, we gotta be going on 7 years. You can see the roots are busting up out of the top. The Akadama doesn't look that great, but the plant looks fantastic, so I'm not messing with it. Don't care if the Akadama's bad or not. Plant looks good. This plant right here, it's the same situation. It's about 7 years old. And really, the Akadama doesn't look that bad. 7 years in this same pot. Good luck doing that in a traditional peat-based growing medium. This plant would not look this good. It would probably be dead because the soil would be so compacted, so void of oxygen, it wouldn't retain water. It would just be a nightmare. It would actually be bad. But this plant still does very well in this tiny pot because the Akadama is still retaining a lot of oxygen. It hasn't compacted. It still holds water. So, you know, what is bad anyways? So here's a better view of the Akadama itself. Again, it's in a plant that is about 7 years old. So you can see it doesn't look that great, especially when you compare it to some fresh Akadama. You can definitely see the difference. Just look at that plant too. So it's, you know, it's obviously that Akadama, it ain't looking so good. But the plant looks great. Now this plant doesn't look that great because it's just never looked that great. So I don't blame the Akadama on that. But anyway, you can see the difference. There are several factors that will speed up the process in your Akadama going, what we'll just say, bad. And so it depends on your situation. Like all my Haworthia are inside all year long, 24/7. I never take them outside, so they're not exposed to any outdoor elements. They don't have to worry about wind erosion, water erosion, the severe cold, severe heat. So they're not exposed to all the outdoor elements, and that's going to make the Akadama last longer. Also, I predominantly bottom water, so through capillary action, my plants are getting watered. The water is coming up from the bottom. I don't water from the top very often, so they don't have to deal with that, the pouring motion of the water hitting the Akadama and doing erosion that way. So they don't really have to contend with that either. So my Akadama will probably last longer than somebody who's growing their plants outside. Not probably, it's going to. My Akadama is going to last longer. Maybe the same could be said if you have a different indoor growing situation than I do, and you have really low humidity all year long. You water from the top every time. You get substantially way more direct sunlight than I get, and you're getting all that UV light. I don't get that. I hardly get any UV light at all. So there's many factors that are going to determine how quickly your Akadama breaks down. But those same factors are going to apply to any growing medium going bad. So that's why I say it's a myth that Akadama goes bad eventually. It's just kind of picks out one growing medium as if it's the only one that goes bad. They're all going to go bad. Now, are some pretty indestructible no matter what the growing environment is? Yeah, if you're using pea gravel, it's going to take a really long, many moons for that pea gravel to go bad, but it will happen eventually, probably not indoors, but that's my point, is that's why I think it's a myth. All growing mediums are going to have issues, so if that's holding you back from Akadama, I don't know if I would do that. I get that some people find it to be more expensive when compared to other choices, but if your determining factor is you're worried that it's going to go bad, you're going to get a lot of use out of it, especially if you're using it inside. So just take that into consideration. I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting. I could talk about Akadama all day. I have a playlist that's just Akadama. I should probably start my own channel just about this topic because I get so many questions on it and I totally understand it. When I first started growing Haworthia, I kept seeing this Akadama. I was like, what is that? It looks like the perfect growing medium. And for me it is. I absolutely love it. And I'll continue to talk about it as long as people show interest and I continue to get questions. It'll keep coming up. So hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, if you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you'd like. Feel free to leave a comment below. I'm always up for talking about Akadama, obviously. Thanks for watching. You have a fantastic day.